So, you want to do a French accent in English? I will teach you how to do a French accent in English in 5 easy steps. And I will teach you how to do a convincing one, not that gibberish garbage I hear in every American movie every time there's a French character that is, of course, played by an American actor. Okay? By the way, this is not how I usually speak English. This is more of my actual accent, just to let you know I know a thing or two about pronunciation. I know it's not perfect, but you get the idea. Now, this video is un peu spécial, alors we'll do it in Franglish, ok? En franglais. Salut! Salut! Hello! Bienvenue dans un nouvel épisode de French Mornings. Si vous apprenez le français, vous êtes au bon endroit. Je suis Elisa et sur cette chaîne, je vous aide à améliorer votre français et à parler de façon plus naturelle. Aujourd'hui, c'est une vidéo spéciale, alors installez-vous bien, activez les sous-titres ou pas, je sais pas trop, et let's go! Au fait, why are we doing this video? C'est un peu une prononciation lesson inversée. If you can do this in English, it will improve your pronunciation quand you speak French. You will understand what's actually important to get une bonne prononciation et un bon accent en français. Et also, it's very fun. And if you don't know anything du tout about la prononciation française, you can download mon guide de prononciation en français for free. Clique sur le lien dans la description pour le télécharger. Ok, d'abord let me hear your best French accent in English to see un peu what I'm working with là. Okay, so obviously I couldn't hear you because this is une vidéo YouTube, but I'm sure it was un peu bof. So, let's fix it. I will teach you 5 steps pour améliorer whatever this was, ok? Numéro 1, les TH sounds. TH, en français, ça n'existe pas. Doesn't exist. Alors, on le remplace par le son Z ou le son S. Si le son TH makes the sound the, alors on va le remplacer par Z. Par exemple, the garden, the garden. The book, the book. The hotel, the hotel. Maintenant, if it makes the sound th, alors on remplace par s. Par exemple, bathroom, bathroom. Thank you, something. Une common mistake que j'entends beaucoup, no, we don't pronounce tout le temps zi, mais the. Les Français are not so good in English, alors ils ne connaissent pas la règle du the devant une voyelle qui devient the. Donc, la plupart du temps, ils disent the. The hotel, the only thing, etc. Maintenant, you try with what you know. Lis cette phrase. My brother's birthday is this Thursday. My brother's birthday is this Thursday. Step number 2. Pas de H, pas de H. Un autre son qui n'existe pas, that doesn't exist in French, c'est le son H. We don't have that. Donc c'est facile, you just have to pas le prononcer. Par exemple, happy, happy. Come here, come here. Hello, hello. Super facile. À toi. Maintenant, lis cette phrase. He has a very beautiful house. He has a very beautiful house. Very easy, non? Step numéro 3. Maintenant, you have to pronounce the R, the French R, le R à la française. Le français, c'est très famous pour le R, le R. Alors, if you cannot do the French R, eh ben, you must practice. Je vais te donner un tip, une astuce. Pour bien prononcer le R, you have to try to faire des gargarismes. You have to pretend that you want to gargle. R. Now we try with the words. Répète after me. The French are wonderful and incredibly friendly. Ah, merci beaucoup. Ok, moving on. Step numéro 4. You're getting better, but you need to know one thing. Il y a une grande différence entre le son des voyelles in English et le son des voyelles in French. In French, les voyelles sont un peu plus longues, un peu plus opened et very, very flat. Par exemple, I live here, I live here, I live here. My cat is orange, my cat is orange. Et of course, if the word existe aussi en français, you pronounce it en français. Orange is orange. A very important difference is that we don't use les mêmes diphtongues en français. Une diphtongue, it's when deux sons de voyelles are pronounced together in the same syllable. Par exemple, my phone is in my house. Ici, les diphtongues, c'est my, I, phone, own, is in my, again une diphtongue, house, ow. Ow, c'est aussi une diphtongue. En français, we forget about these diphthongues. We have my phone is in my house. My phone is in my house. My phone is in my house. Ok, we keep the ow maybe un petit peu, mais c'est tout. Et aussi très important, tous les mots qui finissent par BLE, bleu, are pronounced bull. For example, impossible, adorable, miserable, etc., etc. Okay, now that you know this, you try reading this sentence. It's not possible to eat at a restaurant today. It's not possible to eat at a restaurant today. Restaurant is a French word. C'est un mot français. Donc, on prononce restaurant avec un silent T, évidemment. Step number 5 est la plus importante. Make it French. Make it French. Now that you know more than au début de la vidéo, it's time to make it encore plus French. It's really important for that you stress la dernière syllabe. This is the French music. Par exemple, une syllabe. Ta. Deux syllabes. Ta-ta. 3. Ta-ta-ta. 4. Ta-ta-ta-ta. 5. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Etc., etc. And if it's a group of words, c'est la même chose. You stress always the last syllable of the group. For example, I saw your brother at the supermarket yesterday. I saw your brother at the supermarket yesterday. Ou bien encore, did you enjoy your holiday? Did you enjoy your holiday? My second tip now is that you add un peu des French filler words, okay? To start, you can use eh ben. Eh ben means something like obviously. You can also use bah, for example. Bah oui, that means duh. Bah oui. And if you want to add even more obviousness, you can add quoi à la fin de la phrase. Because in French, we speak tout le temps as if everything is obvious, quoi. You can also add fin. It's a French filler word that it's very useful. You can translate it par something like I mean, fin, I mean. Of course, you also have to use the famous oh la la, but not in the ooh la la way. No, we don't do that. Hein. It's more of une réaction to everything. Oh là là, it can be a surprise, it can be une surprise, l'étonnement, it can be anything. Et après, when you ask a question, you can finish la phrase par non, instead of right, ou bien don't you think, un truc comme ça. Ok, so now we combine everything you know, et ça donne quelque chose un peu like this. Oh là là, do you know what happened to me yesterday? So, I was at work, and then my colleague, my boss là, tells me to come to his office. Du coup, I go in. Et là, he says, I need you to stay late tonight. I was like, okay, maybe. Are you going to pay me? Normal, non? And then he says, but I'm not sure we can afford it. So I said, okay, me neither, I cannot afford to work for free. Hein. Bref, long story short, I am fired, quoi. Merci à tous d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. J'espère que vous aurez autant rigolé que moi. You can download mon guide de prononciation pour améliorer votre prononciation en français. Le lien est dans la description. Et if you want even more tips to sound French, vous pouvez aussi regarder cette vidéo qui est ma masterclass de prononciation en français. Et je vous dis, see you soon.